Hello everyone. This September the 10th is World Suicide Prevention Day. And here in Future Me, we thought it was a really important issue and topic that we had to talk about. So we have Paul Malory here with us today, and he's going to tell us a bit about his experience with the Samaritans. So, Paul, tell us a bit about your experience with the Samaritans.
Sure. I volunteered for about 8 years with the Samaritans as a telephone volunteer. So I take telephone calls from people who are in distress or upset, a whole range of different states that people might be in, but they need some help, and call an anonymous stranger and get some support.
All right. So how come that you became part of it?
Well, it was fairly random. I wanted to do something useful to help people, and actually I saw a newspaper ad for volunteers. They're always looking for new volunteers, so people can join and become volunteers. Talk about that a bit more later, maybe. And I thought, sounds interesting, and I went along to an open night and heard a bit more about it, and got really absorbed by the subject.
That's so awesome. Okay, so what should we expect if we ever call to the Samaritans?
Yeah, it's really important to understand that it's confidential service, first of all. So anything, if you call the Samaritans because you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about, and it can be anything, it's important to understand it's not going to go any further.
Yeah.
So it's just between you and the caller, and that's a very strict rule that they have. And it's anonymous. They don't know who's calling. There's no number tracking or number tracing. So there's no way of knowing who's calling, which is really important again. Because you see, the point is, people need to feel free to say some difficult things.
Definitely.
And you're talking to a stranger, so it's somebody who doesn't really have an axe to grind. It's somebody who's not part of your family, or someone who might have an opinion. There's no opinion. It's just people who are there to help.
So what do they actually do? Do they talk with you, or do they listen to you?
It's a conversation, but mainly a volunteer listens, and what we focus on very heavily in Samaritans training is listening skills. It sounds easy, and actually it's a very difficult thing to do well. So it's active listening.
We don't do it enough, do we? Listening.
We don't listen enough generally. We do a lot of talking.
Yeah, we do.
But not so much listening. And anyone who's been in a situation where they felt upset or desperate will know how frustrating it is when you just want to get something off your chest and somebody keeps interrupting or advising you what you should do or telling you what you should do. Samaritans don't do that. They listen and allow you the space to express how you're feeling, and it's very powerful.
Is it just a crisis service, or can you just call if you have?
You can call any time about anything, and as a volunteer I always used to encourage, I'm no longer a volunteer by the way, I'm an ex-volunteer because I've moved on to do other things now, but very much the ethos of it is that people can talk about anything they want to for as long as they want to. So there's no time pressure.
Yeah.
I had on occasion talked to people for maybe 3 hours on the phone, and it's fine. And and just allowing people that space, that space to say how they feel. Yeah, and focused attention. That's right, and that's active listening. That's a difficult skill.
It is. I agree with you. So, what advice would you give to someone struggling with suicidal thoughts, but they're finding it difficult to reach out and seek help?
Yeah. The advice I would give to anybody who's feeling actually upset, because that was the thing I wanted to say, the Samaritans will talk to people on a continuum from I'm a bit upset through to I'm thinking of taking my life.
Yeah.
And anywhere in between is fine. So nobody should ever think, which people do, I'm not desperate enough to be Samaritans.
Right? I do know a lot of people that they're like, oh no, my issues I'm not bad enough. Other people need my help.
Absolutely. And I regularly would talk to people on the phone who would say, you must have more important calls to take. I feel like I shouldn't be using your time. And we would always say, no, you need to talk to us and we want to talk to you.
You deserve this help.
Yeah. At any stage on that scale of upset. So what I would encourage everybody to do is, if you're feeling bad, just try it, just call. Nobody's going to say you're wasting our time, So Samaritans is one solution. I mean, maybe you've got a friend who can provide that listening for you, or maybe you've got a family member or a counsellor at school or whatever it might be,
or a teacher.
But the one benefit, I'm going to sing their praises a little bit. One benefit of Samaritans is these are highly trained people who will not tip over into giving advice and pushing you in a certain direction. You see, people naturally, when they care about you, want to fix it for you.
Definitely.
And anybody who's been in this situation will know that as soon as somebody starts trying to fix it for you, it's not helping anymore.
No.
You don't want your problem to be fixed by someone.
Don't.
Yeah, and you may think you do, but actually you just need to be listened to so you get clear about what your issues are.
Because you're confused.
Yeah. We all go through this. You know, that's the other thing to say. People who call Samaritans or seek help or are feeling upset are not a special group of people. We are all going to have moments. I guarantee you, we'll all have moments in life where we need someone to listen to us.
Yeah, so the last question, Paul. What can we do? Because obviously it's such a common... It is a really common thing. It's not spoken about it, but, you know, a lot of people have suicidal thoughts and, you know, friends, family, maybe ourselves. So what can we do for these people around us that if we have someone that might be struggling?
If we know someone who's struggling and are in that situation, I offer to talk and to listen, and learn how to actively listen, which means stop thinking about yourself and allow them the space to say what they want to say. You have to practice it. It's not easy because you want to fix it.
Yeah.
Stop trying to fix it. Just listen. Suggest that they call Samaritans and explain to them it's not only for people who are feeling suicidal, it's for people who are not feeling right or feeling upset.
Because you can get that a lot where you try to tell someone, a friend or a family or even a teacher, and you get a response that just makes you feel worse, makes you feel like it's your fault that you're feeling this way, and why are you feeling this way? You don't have any reasons to.
And,
it doesn't.
And another crucial part of the Samaritan service is it's non-judgmental.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be judged. Nobody's going to tell you you've done a bad thing, whatever you've done. Yeah. And some calls are very difficult for volunteers to handle because they're about people who've done things that I may consider to be a very bad thing.
Yeah.
My training says put that to one side. I'm there to listen to the caller, whatever they've done. Right. So whatever you've done, whatever you feel about yourself, you can call and you'll be listened to. And the other thing I wanted to mention was they also have an email service. So if you don't want to talk to someone, you find that difficult, you can email.
So yeah, guys, there's help out there. So don't stop believing that there's a way out or just giving up on trying to get better just because it's hard. Because it is hard. It's really uncomfortable to have to put through talking about this with someone and accepting that you feel this way. Yeah,
but and if you think Samaritans might be useful, just Google Samaritans. All the contact details are there. It's 24/7, 365 days a year service. If you're feeling bad, and people do at 3 a.m, call. There will be someone sitting there. It's an amazing service. It's incredible. Yeah. There are people there 24 hours a day waiting to talk.
Because people do deserve this help. So don't believe that because your problems are not bad enough or because there's other people with other problems you don't deserve this help, because you do. And we hope that you guys take care, and thank you for listening to us, and we'll see you soon.